What's up, guys? It's your favorite twins, and today we are revisiting Beyonce's 6th studio album, Lemonade. It's been 9 years since Beyonce stopped the world again by turning lemons into lemonade. Alright, this album meant and still means so much to black women and the black community.
Yes.
This really felt like the first time Beyonce let us into her personal life, you know, with an accompanying film.
Yes.
Where we really saw her get vulnerable and be honest about what one of the biggest pop stars in the world was going through.
Like Jordan said, the album was released alongside a 65-minute film which won a Peabody. I remember where I was when the film dropped.
Yeah.
The first video I saw was Sorry. And I was like, oh, this is such a different...
On HBO.
Yes, it was very different for Beyonce. I was like, oh my god, like what is this? But again, if you remember when Formation dropped,
yeah,
and how that was just such a random, like,
yeah,
here y'all go. But like Jordan said, it really showed Beyonce in a new light, and I think it's one that forever changed the trajectory of her career.
For sure.
Right? When you let people in like that, and you let people into not only how your art is made, right, but what inspires your art,
yeah,
or what happens in your life that impacts your art. Mm-hmm. And that's what Lemonade is.
Yeah.
It was on Apple's 100 Best Albums of All Time, as it should be. It's been a while since I've listened in full.
I mean, that's what a revisit is for. So I'm really excited for this. You know, the album explores themes of infidelity and reconciliation.
Yeah.
And I think that there's this sense of real relatability, you know,
yes,
that I think people look for from Beyonce. Because sometimes,
yes,
you know, artists can feel almost untouchable.
Yeah.
Like almost unreal, like they're not a real person. So
yeah,
I love that, you know, this was such a personal body of work, and it's very intentional. You know, everything from the music to the film. You know, the album has 11 chapters, kind of like the stages of grief.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go through those and kind of relive this experience.
Me too. I'm uber excited. But of course, before we start squeezing lemons, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We'd love to connect with you guys.
And of course, if you're into exclusive content, full-length reactions, and early access, be sure to join our Patreon. It's a whole lot of fun, and we'd love to have you.
Because that's how we turn our lemons into lemonade.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath. Constantly aware of it all. My lonely pressed against the walls of your world. Pray to catch you whispering. I pray you catch me listening. Nothing else ever seems to work like the smile on your face. When it's only in my memory, it don't hit me quite the same. But I'm not at ease, keeping my head to the curb. Pray to catch you whispering. Pray you catch me whispering. Pray you catch me praying.
I love how cinematic this song is.
So cinematic, but packed with a lot of hurt.
Yeah.
What are you doing, my love?
So the album begins with intuition.
Yes.
Right? And you can hear that all throughout, kind of like this theme of eavesdropping. I pray you catch me. Not only do I pray you catch me listening, I pray you catch me from falling completely out of love. I pray that you catch me in this moment so you can see my hurt, see that I'm aware, see my suspicion almost.
Yes.
And stop. Essentially.
Basically stop it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that you'll stop it, stop me from feeling this way, and stop your actions and save us, you know?
Yes.
And just that idea of prayer, you know, going to a higher source to just be like, save us because I don't know what will.
What else to do? I need you to catch me in this moment because if you don't, you're going to prove me right.
Yes.
Sometimes, you know when I say like, sometimes the truth hurts more than a lie? If you don't come save your ass right now,
yeah,
and almost, you know, let me put the rose-colored lenses back on, my entire world is going to fall apart because everything is then going to become real.
Yeah.
And with this song, you don't want it to.
No.
I don't want to believe. I don't want to be proven right.
Yeah.
So again, I think with every album prior to this one, this was such a different way to begin an album because you're beginning with so much potential hurt and the, like you were saying, intuition that I'm being betrayed.
Right.
It's betrayal.
Which is essentially setting the scene for the entire album. This serves as a great introduction because it all starts with intuition. It starts with the suspicion. It starts with the signs that you begin to pick up on that makes you even question, is this really going on? Am I really seeing this?
Yep.
You start, having your ear up against the wall,
Absolutely.
So I loved the detail of the lyrics and the picture that it paints. I just think it was a perfect way to begin this story.
Yeah.
That famous bat.
Oh, they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I love you. Back up, can't you see there's no other man above you? What a wicked way to treat the girl that loves you. Something don't feel right.
And I just want to point that out. Something don't feel right. It starts with that feeling.
Yeah, it starts with that feeling.
Smell your secrets, and I'm not too perfect to ever feel this worthless. How did it come down to this? Falling through your call list. I don't wanna lose my pride, but I'ma fuck me up a bitch. Something that I'm missing, maybe my head for one. What's worse? Looking jealous or crazy, or like being walked all over lately.
How much I love this song.
Walked all over lately. I'd rather be crazy. Hold up, feel like I love. Let's imagine for a moment that you never made a name for yourself. A master up, never made it out the cage. Still out there moving in the streets. Never had the baddest woman in the game up in your sheets. So I find you and hold you down.
Missing say.
Hold up, they don't love you like I love you. Can't you see there's no other man above you? What a wicked way to treat the girl that loves you. Feel like it's such a shame. You let this good love go to waste. I always keep the top tier, 5-star. Hiding like a boulevard. Looking jealous or crazy, jealous and crazy.
I love this part, right?
Oh, like treat
What's
the
the
girl
dance?
that loves you. Oh, like they don't love you like I love you.
The little hip movement.
Don't love you like I love you. Get my swag on. Was I.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
That's one of my favorite songs of the album.
Absolutely. And again, this is touching on denial.
Denial.
To sit there and
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Your husband cheated. It's one thing to have the intuition, right? And then let's say for this storyline, right? You're proven right. Right? They didn't catch you when you were falling, catch you when you were whispering. The moment right before, not right before acceptance. There's a lot of moments before acceptance, but it's one of them where it's straight denial, where it's like, no, I don't believe that. Like, I'm gonna walk around and just. I'd rather be crazy. And think, no, my man loved me. My man got me.
Right.
Anybody else you have can't do what I do. And a part of that is denial because it's also like you're saying that without realizing that that person doesn't deserve the way you love them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's denial of this is happening, but I think it's also denial that this is happening to me. Because
Absolutely.
I'm Beyonce.
That
And
too.
those lyrics that kind of are reminiscent of even upgrade you. Like, look at what I'm bringing to the table. I'm the baddest in the game. Are you really doing this to me? Like, could you really do this to me? Is this really happening to me? Yeah, I'm bringing all this to the table. Yes, I love you wholeheartedly. And how could you betray that? How could you trade that in?
Yeah.
But also, look what you have. What is that thought process, right? Because the world is telling you you're this, you're that, you're great, you're all of these things.
But then someone goes
and betrays you like that.
and treats you like you're absolutely nothing.
And that's why it makes her feel worthless.
Yeah.
And it's how could I be feeling worthless right now?
When?
Not in a cocky way. It's just that you know when you have that self-worth, when you know what you bring to the table, when you know that you're loving somebody wholeheartedly, when you know that you are all that.
I was thinking about the time she was on The View and they were like, you are Beyonce. And she said, thank you.
Because she knows.
Because you know.
But that's why it's relatable, because it's like it can happen,
It can happen
unfortunately,
to anyone.
Thank you. You ain't married to an average bitch, and you treating me like an average bitch. Crazy.
For that hoe?
For that one, for Becky, Let me not. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Yeah.
I also want to say I love the reggae vibe of Hold Up. I think that was a little unexpected.
Yes.
And then to follow this up with a slight reggae, but reggae rock.
Ass twist, boy. Ass to the next big boy. And keep your money. I got my own bad motherfucker. God complex. Fuck you, hater. You can't recreate it all. You just gotta let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. You hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself.
Come on.
You love yourself. Love God herself. I am the dragon, breathe the fire. Beautiful man, I know you're lying. I am not broken, I'm not crying, I'm not crying. You ain't trying hard enough. Lying love, I fucks with you till I realize I'm just too much for you. Let it be, baby. Hey, baby, who the fuck do you think I am? To give my fat ass a big kiss, boy. Tonight I'm fucking up on your shit, boy. You hurt yourself. Try not to hurt yourself. When you lie to me, you lie to yourself. You only lying to yourself. Let it be life. This is your final warning. If you try this shit again, you're gonna lose your wife.
Fix that fucking ring in the camera.
All right. So don't hurt yourself. Exploring anger, which is clear.
Come on.
This feels like the acceptance that it did happen, and now I'm angry about it. That's what she
Absolutely.
says at the end. You try this shit again, you're gonna lose your fucking wife. Because I'm awake to the shit, I peep the shit, but I'm gonna have mercy on you. Right? I'm gonna try to work this out with you because I love you. Which is a tough thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's very tough. That takes a grown ass woman.
Yes, it does.
To really analyze, because you think about it, you gotta take in, you got kids.
Everything.
Like, you gotta take in everything.
And I think that there's even more to take in because of what they've built together, too. You know?
Absolutely.
Not that they can't stand alone, not that B can't stand on her own, because they do still stand on
they
their
do.
own. But, you know, that is a very real factor. They've built something together, a life.
Yeah,
it's
true. This is very odd to say because I feel like this is such a one-off song for Beyonce. This is one of my favorite Beyonce songs of all time because this is one of those rare occasions where I don't care what I say, I don't care how aggressive I come off. I have to. This is a song I gotta get this off my chest.
Yeah.
I have to get this off my chest, and that's why. When we were saying Beyonce really let us in for the first time, this song is a perfect example of that because she's never made a song like this again. Not with this much hurt, not with this much anger.
Right.
I love to hear it because when you get to that, who the fuck do you think I is? Like, I smell that fragrance on your Louis knit. Like I literally feel that.
It's almost like the confirmation of the intuition. I like that she takes it all out on him, essentially, and that the album cover is a still from this music video.
Oh, the video's nasty.
Yeah. When you hurt me, you hurt yourself. Like, you're losing more than you think when you do that.
You have no idea what you just lost.
Nigga, nah. I ain't sorry. He trying to roll me up. I ain't picking. He only want me when I'm not there. He better call Becky with the good hair.
Woo! I don't think y'all understand. I don't even think Beyonce knew the kind of anthem that Sorry was going to be. That Becky with the good hairline, ooh, that took on a thing of its own.
That sure did.
And we still don't know who it is. We have our suspicions.
Who they attack?
Oh, they attacked that poor girl.
What was her name?
I forget.
But this explores apathy.
Yes. Bluntly put, it's not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care that I'm moving like this.
don't
I don't care how you feel. You put me in this position. You made me feel like this. And I'm in this mode where it's like, out of anger, of course, I'm kind of dissociated from my feelings.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do me.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I want. I'm essentially going to get you back, whether that's cheating back, whether that's doing everything that you would hate to get under your skin. Like, I'm going to retaliate in a sense, and I ain't sorry about it.
I will have to die before you see me cry over you.
Yeah, and I love that this was a single. I think it's probably the most, other than Formation, single.
The most single-worthy, like
radio-friendly,
song, yeah.
You know, and the video was really cool. I love the choreography for it.
I love Beyonce says nigga.
Nigga nah.
It's very like, you know.
in a girl like nobody's business. That was her witness.
She's stacking money, money everywhere she goes. You know, pesos out of Mexico. She don't gotta give it up, she professional. She mixing up the ace recipe, rushing through her veins like it's ecstasy. She already made enough, but she'll never leave. 6 inches,
Goddamn, she murdered everybody and I was her witness. She worked every dollar, she worked every minute.
she's stacking money, money everywhere she goes. Her Yamazaki straight from Tokyo. She got them commas and them decimals.
Worked every minute.
Stars in her eyes, she fights for the power, keeping time. She grinds from Monday to Friday, work from Friday to Sunday. Oh, she gon' slang. She fights and she sweats on sleepless nights, but she don't mind. She loves to grind, yeah, yeah. She won't stay too fun to crave material things, stacking on paper. She walked in a little.
That background is insane. Like,
Every minute, I'll make you feel you're always coming to
come on. I love that. I feel like I'm gonna say this for every damn song on the album. It's also one of my favorite songs on the album.
Me too.
So it truly is.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a movie and I'm living a life like heist, like I'm on living
Yeah.
life, I'm on the edge. What I love is that it touches on emptiness. And before I say this, I just want to preface this by saying we support sex workers. To me, I'm thinking of a stripper. I am, right? So I feel like with emptiness, sometimes you can resort and either go back or start doing things that are out of character and things that people could deem as detrimental to you. But you're doing it because you feel empty, so you really don't know where else to turn, whether that's drugs, whether that's tripping, whether that's, you know, on the run, whatever the case may be, right? It's things that are very much out of your character. It's how I kind of take the song, and even like the video is very ominous, it's very dark. It's destruction in a sense. Towards the end, saying come back is because sometimes when you're in the middle of that, there does come a moment where you kind of snap back and you're like, okay, wait, I'm sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Reality.
I'm masking these feelings and I'm trying to do things that like cover up how I feel, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not doing okay. I'm sad. I spoke a lot, but I hope that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. It does make sense. I think I share the same like understanding, but also what I get from it. This story of the girls who do what they have to do to survive. In relation to Beyonce, it kind of feels like her drowning herself in work as a distraction. She's going to continue to do what she's got to do, put on those 6-inch heels, get on that stage to not only be distracted, but keep hustling, keep working to keep what she's built, because a lot of times when you're in pain, you can let the things around you fall apart. You start to let yourself go a little bit. So I think she's relating to that.
Yeah.
In that way, as, you know, no matter what you're going through, you have to keep working, because people who are living certain lifestyles do go through a lot, and life can be rough to where they got to do what they got to do to survive, but they don't have time to sit there and think about it. They don't have time to feel sorry for themselves. They have to keep going.
It can't be a what was me.
Yeah, so I think that she's kind of relating to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the material side of things, right? Because she is Beyonce.
Yeah.
And she is kind of remembering who she is. There's this badass energy to it that's like, I put on my 6-inch heels, and even though she says smart enough not to crave material things, sometimes material things can also serve as a distraction, which is why like the materialistic vibe of the song fits that too, because you can kind of drown in that as well. So we said a lot for 6-inch, but I think it's a bit of a misunderstood song, because listening to the album, it's not clear.
Someone can almost say this is so one-off.
Yeah, it's not clear in storyline, but when you sit there and you know the chapters, it's like, wait, this actually does make sense.
Yeah, I like your point.
You know? So in relation to emptiness, you're kind of filling that void.
Absolutely.
Mom. All the way back to Texas.
Cowboy Carter before Cowboy Carter.
Right.
daddy said shoot. With his right hand on his rifle, he swore it on the Bible, and he taught me to be strong. When trouble comes to town, men like me come around. Oh, my daddy said shoot. Oh, my daddy said shoot. Daddy made me fight. It wasn't always right, but he said, girl, it's your Second Amendment. But Daddy was no fool. He said, take care of your mother, watch out for your sister. That's when Daddy looked at me with his gun, with his head held high, and he told me to be strong. And he told me when he's gone, he's what to do.
How could you hate this one?
That's what
I just
imagine just before they started touching music before.
like.
My daddy warned me about men like you. He said, baby, girl, he said,
Come on.
if trouble comes to town, men like me come around. Oh, my daddy said, shoot. Oh, my daddy said, shoot.
I just want to shout "Be Out" because
Shout her out.
she has never shied away from her Texas roots, her country roots.
Never.
And fast forwarding to now to have an album
Come on.
like Cowboy Carter, it's like this started early on, man.
It did.
And to see the backlash that she got at the CMAs with performing daddy lessons. I mean, she brought the white chicks on stage. What more did y'all want? Like, that was just a whole debacle. It has shown America's true colors, you know, a long time ago. So the response to Cowboy Carter and the bigotry, the racism, the ignorance was no surprise to me.
Yeah, truly.
But I love that she continues to push that boundary where there shouldn't even be one.
I know, there really shouldn't
Like, there shouldn't even be a boulder there, but there is.
Knowing where country music
Comes
stems
from.
from, it's not... Alright.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
With Daddy Lessons, I like that it touches on accountability.
Yes.
And the cool thing about this song is, the line I really like the most that I think speaks to the story is, my daddy warned me about men like you. And he taught me how to handle y'all. So that goes back to 6 Inch, that goes back to Sorry, goes back to Don't Hurt Yourself. He taught me my worth. He gave me that gun and he said, don't shed a tear. Shoot that nigga first. Get him back. Get him back.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Show him that I can make it, I can survive. Without you, you are not my whole being. This song is basically saying, it stemmed from young.
Yeah.
It stemmed from young.
It was instilled in me.
It was instilled in me. So that's what I love. And like, then having, you know, Blue Ivy on the song too. It just, because now it's like, okay, well baby, I'm instilling this into you.
Into my daughter.
Into my daughter.
little girl, yeah.
So it just, you know, watch out for men like your daddy.
But that's what's crazy. It's like another line that stood out to me. When men like me come around.
Because her dad is taking accountability.
Because her dad is taking accountability too. The reason why you have the don't hurt yourself, like you said, the hold up with the bat, is because this was instilled to me to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
I'd rather look crazy. Just, I love her also touching on like those Southern roots, those morals, those values that are kind of instilled in the South. Yeah. You know what I mean? Of how you take care of a family. Also, the pressure that has maybe been put on Beyonce since young to, in a way, provide.
Thank you, Daddy Lessons. Because of you, Chrissy Amaze, we got an album of the year, Cowboy Carter. Thank you.
10 times out of 9, I know you're lying. But 9 times out of 10, I know you're trying. So I'm trying to be fair and to care. And you're caught up in your permanent emotion. Look at there. Are you aware? You're my lifeline and you're trying to kill me. If it wasn't me, but you still feel me. Like on my worst day. And my life in the dark, but it's like you and me. Only way to go is up. Skin thick, too tough. You let me come over mountains. You let me come make it rain now.
Love her vocals on this.
Very eerie.
Cause I just love you. like on my worst day, I am another say. The only way to go is up. Them old bitches so whack, I'm so tough. What's up?
You know what? A lot of people don't give credit to Love Drought. I love that song. I think that song is such a beautiful testament of trying to recenter yourself and figure out where you want to go from here. It's that moment where they say, you know, when you go through something traumatic or you go through something hard, you have to take a moment to really look to yourself. And that's what Love Drought for me is. It's realizing, okay, I do care about this person, right? And now I have to ask myself, am I willing to try again? Am I willing to make it work? Am I strong enough to forgive?
Yes.
You know?
Very true. The song does explore reformation. That's what this chapter is all about. In a way, reforming all of this. Turning it into something that potentially could have happened to make you guys stronger. Which, again, takes a very strong individual to be able to retell that story to yourself as to why is all this happening. And can we make something beautiful out of this? Can this bring us closer? You know, we can stop this love drought. We can stop this love from drying up.
Yeah.
And dissipate.
This completely dissipating.
This water that we're left with, let's do something with it, you know?
Yeah.
And I do think that that was the hardest part. Because you want to save what you have. You want to save it. 9 times out of 10.
Who wants to, you know?
You know, so I love how she kind of explains that. I will be honest, this is the one that I skipped a lot. I love the chorus and I love the video, but it wasn't one of my favorites first upon listening. And I would still say it's not in my highest in rankings and out of all the songs. I don't know, the verses for me it's kind of what's up?
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like the execution was good. I don't know. It didn't like land. That's one of my favorites. But it is one of the ones that I respect because it does tell a lot in the story and I love it going into Sandcastles.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorites.
Forward,
I love
best foot first just in case. Time to listen, it's time to fight. Forward, now we can hold doors open for a while. Now we can be open for a while. I love you more than this job, please don't work for me. Forward, go back to your sleep.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I just needed to hear Sandcastles into Forward because it feels like one song,
Yeah.
but it obviously turns into something else.
Yeah.
Sandcastles touches on forgiveness. It's one of my favorite songs off the album. I love the analogy of we built something that we thought was foundational, that we thought was strong, but it wasn't. It was easily broken, right? When the flood came, with it went our castles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the idea of a sand castle kind of speaks to this kingdom that they've built, this empire that they've built, how strong a castle is, how tall it stands, you know, there's a power there, but it's made of sand. So I love that song, I love that video. I think Jay did appear in the video, which was wild because we don't hear him on the album.
No.
She said, you're not on this one. You're not featuring
will
on
not
this
be
one.
on this album.
However, he was still a part in some way because we do know that there's a happy ending here.
Yes.
They stayed together. They worked through this, you know? Her vocals, it sounds like it was done in one take.
Yes.
It sounds imperfect but perfect at the same time. You can hear her voice cracking in some ways,
Yeah.
the emotion behind it. I think it's one of her rawest moments, rawest songs.
I was gonna say that for me is like another raw moment, like Don't Hurt Yourself, where you just felt all of the pain, but also a bit of relief. We're gonna figure each other out. We're gonna start over,
and that's why it works so well with Love Drought.
Yes, and what also works well going into forward because we are making the conscious decision to let's move forward. Therefore, anything in the past will not hinder or affect what we have moving forward.
Yes.
So, and I personally love forward. Obviously, like
too.
I love that James really took the lead on that. I think his voice was beautiful. It just works and it really moved the story along. I think it's a beautiful interlude.
I agree.
Come on.
Tryna rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. Paint a white flag blue. Love, forgive me, I've been running blind and true. I'm telling these tears going fall away, fall away. Oh, may the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. I break chains, I find myself. Won't let my freedom ride in hell. Hey, I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
Just a march, like to freedom, justice.
Oh my God.
I'ma wade through the waters till the tide don't move. I'ma wade through your shallow love till the deep unknown. May the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom.
10 Hail Marys, I meditate for practice. Channel 9 moves tell me I'm moving backwards. 8 blocks left, death is around the corner. 6 headlights waving in my direction. 5-4 asking me what's in my possession. Yeah! The moment will cry for me, ride for me, try for me, live for me, breathe for me, sing for me, honest, laugh for me, nation, hypocrisy, caught up in time. Shaking my spirit inspired me like, yeah! Open correctional gates in high desert. Yeah! Open the streets and watch our beliefs and what they call my name is out the concrete. I pray it forever.
Freedom, I can't move. I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
What you want from me? Is it true? You see it go.
I had my ups and downs. I was served lemon, but I made lemonade.
There we go. Love that, love that, love that, love that. And when you think about where that's even pulled from, right? We don't have a title track per se.
Yeah.
But freedom, I would say, is what this whole album is about.
Yes,
essentially.
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And to have that be the quote coming from Jay-Z's grandmother,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa.
You're given this hard thing to deal with, and you have a choice. You can either sit there and let it destroy you and let it deteriorate, your being, or you can make lemonade out of it.
Yeah.
And you can make something out of it and learn something and grow from it. And again, I think that's what this album represents. The whole story is a story of growth. Yes, also the story of grief, right?
Yeah.
The different stages.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's also growth. It's another one of those songs that I say Beyonce does not have another song like this.
Yes, this is one of her favorite
Because
songs.
this is also for the niggas.
And that's the double that I
This
love. Yeah.
is a black anthem.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole album feels very generational, and
Yes.
I think this song is the stamp on that. Especially adding Kendrick Lamar. I think he was the perfect
What?
feature.
Perfect
for this.
feature.
Obviously, the album is more rooted in love, but when you watch the film, you can see how it's about the black experience. Them coming together on that song. This is the chapter of hope.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said it's a big deal for black women, yes, but also the black community.
Come on.
Found the truth beneath your lies. True love never has to hide. True love never has to hide. Trade your broken wings for mine. Skies and kiss your pride. So many people that I know they just trying to touch it. Kiss up and rub up and fill up. Give you some time to prove that I can trust you. Again, I'm gonna kiss up and rub up and fill up on you all night. Ooh.
Come on.
Every diamond has imperfections, but my love too pure. Oh, nothing real can be threatened. With every tear came redemption. My torturer became my remedy.
Come on.
So many people out there, they just
Trying to touch it.
Together, I remember.
sweet love all night long. Oh, I missed you, my love.
That's it.
The end.
Telling where the story ends.
The end. I would say I've always felt that All Night was the last song on this album.
It really is.
And that's perfect. Pray You Catch Me. At the end, she says, what are you doing, my love? At the end of All Night, it's, I missed you, my love, because you feel like they're back. You
Yeah.
have them back. You've gone through all of this. And in the end, it did bring you closer.
It did.
Now there's this newfound love.
Yes.
Right? And it's not that you're happy it happened. It's not that
No.
you wanted it to.
No.
But you found a way through it. And that's what the cause of celebration is, I think.
Absolutely.
That you love this person enough to stay, to see each other through it and work through it and reunite in love. This song explores redemption. It not only is, your significant other redeemed, but you feel like you've redeemed yourself and your love as well. That is actually my favorite song off the album. That's number one if I had to rank them.
Yeah.
I just love her vocals. I love the lyrics, just how she brings it full circle. And true love can never die. It's essentially the story here, is like we went through all of that and I just can't let you go. No one else feels like you. It's like I just want to hug you all night and acknowledging I'm going to give you the chance to prove that I can trust you again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it doesn't mean everything's fixed.
No.
It doesn't mean it's a perfect picture.
It just means I've
I'm
opened
willing.
up my heart again to you.
Hiccups.
I love it.
Wish I had a big hat.
Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess. Paparazzi catch my fly and my cocky fresh. My daddy Alabama, mama Louisiana. You mix that Negro with that Creole, make a Texas Bama. I like my baby hair with baby hair and afro. Turn all this money, but they never take the country out me.
I got hot sauce in my bag.
I see it all.
I saw the video was sick. The video was sick.
So sick. Those braids.
What? Like, come on.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. What I say?
Prove to me you got some coordination. Slay, trick or you get eliminated. What if me good, I take it down for real life. If you hit it right, I might take them on a bag on my chopper.
What?
Then buy some J's at them shoppers.
Get your song played on the radio station.
I just might be a black Bill Gates in a maker.
I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl on my haters.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I slay. You know you that bitch when you cause all this conversation. Always stay gracious. Best revenge is your paper.
Come on. Come on.
That is a celebration.
That's celebration. And I think
That's
the
a
reason,
celebration.
yes, to me, All Night does end the album, but Formation is the reminder.
Yeah.
I'm still that bitch.
I'm still that bitch.
Like,
and I was that bitch all the way
all
throughout.
this. Side note, I also love how we end Formation on kind of like that I'm that bitch note, and then to have I'm that girl.
Begin the next one.
Begin the next era.
Yeah.
It's dope, but always love Formation.
Same.
To me, it is definitely a highlight on this album. I think it's a highlight in her career in general. Performing at the Super Bowl, announcing the Formation World Tour, it was a moment. Or when this dropped, the day we found out Beyonce's black or something like that.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, all the memes, SNL and everything.
Yes, like, it was interesting. But, like, yeah, Formation is also for the black.
I'm telling you, and that's why I think it's a perfect blend of both themes of this album. Black liberation, but also, you know, the liberation of the black woman, but Beyonce in general.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's a celebration at the end of the album that says, like, bitch, get information. We just went through the hardest thing possible.
And you made it out.
We saw it through. What a great album. This has got to be one of Beyonce's best, most well thought out albums. I just think she made a masterpiece with this. And it's undeniable. You know, you listen to it and you don't even need the film to tell you what's going on.
No.
I feel like if you pay enough attention to the lyrics and the sequencing of everything, it tells a beautiful story beginning to end.
Absolutely.
Her vocals were on full display. But I feel like listening again, this was also a ground where she explored some new sounds, some new genres. It's a bit more gritty, it's a little bit darker, but I think of the reggae influences, the rock and country influences.
Yes.
If you know, you know. Act 3, we don't know what's happening, but hey. You know, but songs like 6 Inch that are a little more ominous, you know? And then those themes that are heartbreaking, but kind of see the other side. I don't know, I think that this was something needed in Beyonce's career, and this is an artist that knows how to reinvent. She's always reinventing, and I think, you know, any artist coming up looking at her, you know, you can take a page out of her book. This is what longevity looks like. Everything lives up. The music, the performances, even the rollouts of how she goes about things, you know? Like we said, the film was on HBO. That was such a monumental thing for music. You know, she continues to break down those walls and set those standards. And I don't know, I know there's always conversation, you know, the underrated, overrated conversation. I think she's correctly rated. Like, she has the work to back it up. Whether you like the music or not, whether you like her or not, her career is undeniable. The things that she's done, the greatness that she has, that she holds, is undeniable.
Yeah, it's the honest to God truth. And you took the words right out of my mouth that The Lemonade is one of her most, to me, it is her most vulnerable
I would say so.
Album. And vocally, I think it's one of my favorites too. Like, again, the perfect vocals, the imperfect vocals, just everything. Hearing the hurt, the anger, the relief, like I said, just everything. This, again, I think having the film be broken up into all those parts and different stages, this woman really sits down and cultivates greatness, and that's why you could never say anything bad about her. Like, what artist is working as hard as her decades into their career? Like, and honestly not letting up. Like, the foot has not been lifted, and if anything, it's pressing down harder.
Harder.
I love revisits because when I take a look back at this album, I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know, Lemonade I think is always going to be a staple. I think it's one of her most critically acclaimed albums, and you understand why. There is not a single miss on this album. As always, we'd love to know what you guys thought about the groundbreaking Lemonade. Let us know your top 5 down below in the comments.
If you enjoyed watching us revisit, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you know when we upload, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.